Where's the beef? Gamer Podcast. Alrighty, so welcome to a new episode of Where's the Beef Gamer Podcast. My name is Clint Maximus. Chris is also here with me today. How you doing, Chris Cross?
Hello.
Hellos. What you been doing? What's happening in your day today? I feel like you've what was go on, carry on. I'm interested now. You've intrigued me.
You asked a question, then you kept talking, so
That's all right. What's been happening then?
okay. So there's a lot of action happening in quarantine life. I feel like
By the way, my power's just gone out. By the way, my power's just gone out. So you're gonna hear like my UPS is going off for the next like maybe 30 seconds.
Okay,
Hopefully things will get sorted out. That's all right. So go on. What's been happening in quarantine life?
I was saying like the most mundane thing that happens in quarantine life is like a big deal right now. I want to not shout out. The what's the opposite of shout out?
Shout in? I don't know.
Like
the
expose.
opposite of shout out. I want to extract my shout out. I want to take it away from you.
Like expose, something like that, or like
okay.
show his true face. What do you call I want the opposite. Google help me.
Shout. I'm trying to think what the opposite of a shout out would be. Usually when you shout out to someone, it's like, "Hey, Chris, how you doing?" No, the opposite of that would be, "No, Chris, give me that back." I don't. No. It's nothing to do with you. I'm not shouting out to you. Take it away from you. So I don't really understand what you mean.
It says, be quiet. What? No. Okay. Whatever. I'm exposing this guy. He's my friend. I'm not gonna say his real name. I banish his real name. I banish him from the gaming community. He shall forever be EN and you. He knows who you know who you are. It's an inside joke. You know who you are.
Okay.
He betrayed me. So, like we decided I decided that I want to platinum Neo, and I'm like. And I remember he has the game too. I like, let's platinum the game together. He's like, okay. He downloaded it, and I carried him for like 4 regions. So I like boosted him the whole game, right? And I gave him tips and tricks how he can do like specific trophies, and he got the platinum before me, and really pissed me off for like. 2 hours of difference. He got the platinum. Then 2 hours later, I got the platinum, which really pissed me off because this is like a spit on his senpai. I'm his senpai, and there's no respect to his elders anymore. And I banish him. You are banished.
Oh, this is why I don't play online games with people.
Why?
This is why I don't bother myself, because I know that whatever I do, someone's going to come out on top, and I know it's probably not going to be me. So fuck them. Don't even bother yourself.
No, I mean, like I helped him to get the platinum, and he got it before me. It's like 2 hours of difference only. It's not that much, but still.
It's all right. Anyway, dude, you platinum games anyway, probably more than him, so I think it's fine.
Yeah, I do have more than him platinums, so my
there you go.
Platinum size penis is bigger.
Platinum this.
Yeah, I also want to say that my Switch got banned. Yoop-de-doo.
Your Switch got banned?
Yeah.
I know why. Yeah. That's hilarious.
So I quote unquote hacked my Switch because quote unquote I want to play emulator games on it that I own quote unquote.
Can't you like format it and then like just start playing the original shit again, or have you got that's it? It's banned because they have like the code or whatever.
Yeah. Each Switch has a unique ticket inside the software, like inside the CPU chip or motherboard or something.
Okay.
It has like a specific ticket, and that ticket is now in the ban list in Nintendo, which is fine. I don't care. I have like it's been like a year. I hacked it, and I haven't even gone into the eShop. But I forgot
Okay.
to turn on the airplane mode for like 1 minute, and it got banned. Here's the thing,
Oh,
though. When you
Nintendo's gonna
hack
get
this,
you. Nintendo's
yeah.
gonna get you.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Like, why would you put on airplane mode if you're gonna get like banned eventually? Because if you back up your original, if you back up the Switch, you can always restore it to the stock Nintendo, and it will be unhackable, so you can go back playing online games. Right now, I
Okay.
don't care. Yeah, so that's why it's always put on airplane mode because you always can go back. But it's okay. I don't care because I have a Switch Lite. I have a Switch
Yeah,
Lite.
but
I
mind
can
you,
play
can you
games.
can you still like download games and stuff and put it on there from whatever or no?
No, yeah. So that's the thing, though. That's the no. Your account is not banned. The Switch is banned, not the account. The account is fine.
Right.
I use the same account on the Switch Lite, and I can download all of the games I bought digitally. But you cannot download the
Okay.
games digitally from the eShop on your banned Switch anymore, even though they're legitimate copies.
Oh wow. But you can
Yeah,
still, even though, but your thing has been hacked, but you can still
yeah.
like get all the pirated shit and whatever and put it on there.
Yeah. There's like a pirated shop on it. So
Who gives a shit then if they ban you? You're pirating all that crap anyway, so who cares?
it's not and you know what's the great news about like I don't want to encourage pirating. I don't encourage pirating. But when a console gets to the end of its life cycle and there's like no point if you pirate or
Yeah.
not because let's say when the eShop is dead on the 3DS, right? And the only way you're gonna buy games if you're gonna buy a secondhand copy. If you buy a secondhand copy, the developer is not gonna get any money of it. So
Yeah.
that's why there's no point in like not to pirate the game because there's always this push against piracy because like you're not supporting the developer because yes, it's right because we need to support the developer so they can make more games. But when there's like if you buy the game and the money is not actually going to the developer, there's like I don't see any point.
I think it still comes down to it's still in the end you're still pirating shit.
Oh yeah. It's
So-
it's still illegal. So I'm not. It's again. I'm trying to like maybe sugarcoat it in some sort of a way, but yeah, I still like. I did it, so I want to emulate some games on it, like some GBA games.
Yeah.
Which is cool. You can emulate like GBA games, PS1 games, and PSP games, which I own all of them anyways originally. But I don't want to carry my GBA and PSP and 100 stuff.
Fair
with me.
enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So what games have you been playing lately? Anything cool?
Yeah, I just said I platinum Neo.
Neo. And what else?
So now I'm done with Neo. I'm gonna 100% focus on Persona 5 Royale.
Nice. Yeah, you were going off on one last week on that one. It's so
Yes.
good. It's so good. That's cool. I'm not. The only thing I'm playing is Doom Eternal because I finished Final Fantasy VII Remake, which was awesome. I'm doing Doom Eternal, and I got a really interesting game called SnowRunner.
What is it about?
Basically it's like it's like a management kind of I think simulator is too strong a word because it's not that, where you sort of drive around in like trucks and four-wheel drives and you have to plan your routes and that kind of stuff, and you know what I mean, like plan your cargo, fuel, and you drive across like parts of America. It's quite interesting actually. I quite enjoyed it so far. Played worse games. It's quite a cool game. I like it. All right, go on then. Well, let's get into the news then. So, what news do you have today? What's your first story?
Geoff Keighley, the guy who has been memed for Game Awards, now he's like taking like Geoff Keighley has at first he was being memed a lot for doing Game Awards, like, oh yeah, this is the Oscars of video games, but now more people are
he
like,
host them? He hosts
yeah, he
them,
does
doesn't
host
he?
them.
Yeah, I thought I knew.
Yeah, but
when you said the name, I was like, I
yeah,
know
but
this dude.
he's not just the host. He actually is the creator of. Why are you laughing?
No wonder he's been memed.
Yeah, like he made the Game Awards. Like he's the I don't know what the creator
Founder.
of
Yeah, the
something?
founder of the Game Awards.
the founder. Yeah, the founder. So now he's because like E3 is cancelled, he's now doing something called Summer Game Fest.
Okay.
And so a 4-month long all digital consumer celebration of video games featuring breaking news, in-game events, and free playable content. So like from the likes of CD Projekt Red, Sony, Microsoft, Riot Games,
CD
Digital
yeah.
Extremes, and Valve. So this seems like very interesting. The most interesting part for me is the free playable content. Is that like you know how in E3 there's like exclusive demos you can play just at E3?
Yeah, probably.
So it's like they're gonna make a downloadable content, like a demo of exclusive for Summer Game Fest.
Well,
which
they
would be
have
really
to,
cool.
because I mean,
Yeah.
we didn't have E3 and stuff. I mean, I bet you all these developers have these demos and all these cool games just sat there, and they can't do shit with them yet because of COVID-19. So they must have all gotten together, had a chat about this thing, and yeah, because I'm looking at the publishers and the lineup and the developers, and there's some amazing names on here. So obviously everyone's in on this. I mean, I'm seeing Xbox, PlayStation, everybody except Nintendo.
Exactly,
Except Nintendo,
Yeah. So it's like I really like this idea because I always felt like E3 is very constrained just in America, and like we have no way to get involved in it. Now having this thing being digital and worldwide, I feel like Geoff Keighley is gonna come up with some idea to make all of us involved, even though everything is digital, and make it this like big grand event. E3 always felt like a big grand event, but I never felt like involved with it.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna do something with it. Like I'm very interested about this, so yeah, like I can't wait, to be honest. Like sitting on my ass. Yeah. 4 months of video game news. Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, you got, like you said, you've got all these amazing developers and publishers involved, so it's not going to be like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, here's a game that I made last week. What do you think, guys? No, it's not going to be that. It's going to be some good stuff. Like EA's here, K2, Activision, Bandai's there. Man, everyone's on here. It's cool. I think it's something really cool, and especially now. You know what I mean? People need new content. We need to stay a bit, you know, in the industry, staying a bit fresh. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, it just gets really stale. You know, if nothing new happens or nothing new comes out, and luckily with video games, it's something that you do when you're at home. You know, which is fantastic. So yeah, I'm down for that. It looks good. So what's that going to be like? You just like log on or something, you think, and then it'll be like like a live stream, you reckon?
Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be like live streams, or maybe they'll do something like vote on this particular thing, and yeah, you might get like rewards or something like cool downloadable rewards. Like you can download a theme. PlayStation does it on E3 if you don't know. If you watch the PlayStation streams on the PlayStation blog, they would give you like codes to download cool themes. You can download cool avatars. Sometimes they would also, I think one time they did like you get a discount code, which is also cool. Yeah. So like they make you involved in it on the PlayStation blog. So maybe he will do something similar to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool. Well, anyway, they're saying that it's not a big press conference, which is fair enough. It's something for people. So yeah, let's see. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, let me take a look and see what else we have on our list, because I'm literally going through it as you're going through it. Evo 2020 cancelled, but they've replaced it with an online event. Let me see. Let me open this. All right, so Evo 2020 cancelled, but on the replacement is coming. The biggest fighting tournament of the year, Evo 2020, is latest event cancelled due to, obviously we know that. I don't even know what that is. What is Evo 2020?
It's a fighting tournament they would do every year. Evo 2020.
I have no idea what it is.
It's so huge. They do it every year.
You're talking like it's so huge, man. You should know what it is. Man, I'm like 40 years old. I have no idea what it is.
So they do like tournaments for like Tekken, and they will do tournaments for like Dragon Ball Z Fighters. I'm not
Nice.
sure which. Yeah, so
You know what? The funny thing is, I've probably seen some of this, but I had no idea it was called Evo.
okay.
You know what I mean? Because I've seen these tournaments before. Like I've
Yeah.
seen the Tekken ones and the Mortal Kombat ones, that kind of stuff. But that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
So,
but-
anyways, so
yeah.
they're going to be replacing it with something else. How that was? I'm guessing is going to be like an online tournament, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing: it's a fighting game. You cannot do an online tournament. You can't, because professional fighting gamers. I don't know what do you call them. They're very like they are the most precise. They need the most precise controls and the most. They talk about frame rate. Images and frame rate pixels and whatever the fuck with the combos, and it does make a big difference for them, because they're like they're like the professional gamers, right?
Yeah.
Having latency online is like it's gonna be horrible for them. There's no way they're gonna do that. I feel like they would do something like a LAN matchup and each one is in a room and they would stream it online.
Yeah, I get that.
may-
That might be a good
yeah.
thing. But in the
Yeah.
end, they're just probably taking it very, very seriously. I just got this image of some guy going, "No, there's latency. No, I will not be using this control." Do they bring their own controllers?
Yeah, they bring their own like fighting stick.
Oh man, you know when you do like, I don't know if you remember this, like when you do like, let's say like you had friends coming over for FIFA or something, or Mortal Kombat. Which one of your friends would bring their own fucking controller? There's always that one guy. No. I brought my own. And it's like, dude, that's not gonna make any fucking difference. We're still gonna kick your ass. You know what I mean? We're still gonna kick his ass. And he used to get pissed off. Man, there's something wrong with the controller. And I just say, well, it's your fucking controller. It's not mine. Use this one. I would love to be the host, or at least maybe the judge of that fighting tournament, because they would kick me out. For sure they'd kick me out. That would be the funniest thing ever.
Like always that fan he'd be like, you know what? Let me use your controller. There's something wrong with this controller he gave me. And you
swear,
play with the
man.
controller he gave you, and he still loses. And he's still.
It's true though. Everyone has that one friend who always brings their own fucking controller every single time. It's like, dude, it's not gonna make any difference.
Like, I know it's like you're joking, but Evo has a prize pool of over $200,000, so it's very fucking serious for them.
Well,
Like,
now that you've said that, I'm down for that. I'm gonna take my fucking controller, because my controller has all these rubber bits on it. You know what I mean? It's like my controller, and I get pissed off when people touch it. So
All right.
nice. Next story today is Sony. I heard about this. The leak of what's it called? The Last of Us Part 2. Now, was it the synopsis in the story, or was there what was actually leaked without actually telling? Because I haven't seen anything. When I heard about this, I stayed away from Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. I did the same thing.
Because everyone was like, "Oh, dude, did you hear what happened to The Last of Us Part 2?" I'm like, "Fuck off! Don't say anything to me. Leave me the fuck alone. Don't even look at me." You know what I mean? I swear. So that's actually quite interesting. But the interesting thing about what you've written here is that Sony knows who leaked it.
Yeah.
It's that guy Doug from level 3. Hey guys, what's going on? Yeah, we're just testing out The Last of Us Part 2, but you can't play, Doug. You're not worthy. I'll fucking show you. Leak it online.
So at first there was a lot of talk about maybe because it was one of the employees of Naughty Dog, because Naughty Dog, they were
Yeah.
like the employees of that company, they were like forced to crunch insane amount of time so they can roll out the game. So maybe someone would leak something out of spite, out of anger.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that. They said that it's nothing to do with Sony. It's nothing to do with Naughty Dog. It's somewhere else.
Yeah.
They're not disclosing who's the actual person who did it.
I would love to find out who it is. I want to find out who that is.
Twitter is saying that some hacker, quote unquote, was able to penetrate one of the patches of The Last of Us or
No.
whatever. Yeah.
Bollocks. What a pile of dog shit. No way. I'm telling you, man, it's Doug. It's Doug from level 3. I'm telling you, they were playing the game. They wouldn't let him play, and he said, "You know what I'm gonna fucking do? I'm gonna leak everything online." Wow, that's crazy. Well, I'll tell you what though, because of the leak now, they've pushed the release now to June 19. Which in some ways is good. I mean, we didn't even know when the game was going to be coming out. But then again, this all could be some conspiracy, because I've kind of noticed, like, with the sales of things like Final Fantasy and, I don't know, all these other games coming out now during the lockdown, they've noticed that, you know what I mean, that gaming, it's had its best month in years. Maybe they're like, you know what, let's just use this as an excuse. Let's say that there was a leak so we can release the game in June, right? And what a coincidence, on the peak of COVID-19. Come on.
Yeah. But it's like the ending video was leaked. There's a video of the ending.
Oh,
and
I
the
don't
whole
wanna see
story was leaked.
Oh, I don't want to see that. No.
Yeah, I don't want to see that too. I don't know anything about it. But people are saying that Sony has said that there's a chunk of the story is not true. And fans are outraged about the ending.
Wow.
Yeah, they're saying it's not good or whatever. But
Obviously, someone dies. It's
yeah,
pretty obvious, you know
but-
what I mean?
yeah, so I don't want people hearing this like to have expectations of the game is going to be bad, because my argument is that The Last of Us impacted a lot of people because they went on this big journey with Joel and Ellie. They survived this whole journey, and you came to love this character with their character development, how they treated each other, right? So let's say the ending, if you just watch the ending, right? With Joe, The Last of Us, spoiler, Last of Us 1, spoilers, it's been fucking 7 years, but whatever. When Joel decided to save Ellie instead, her sacrificing herself to potentially come up with a cure for the plague. If you just seen that part, you'd be like really angry at Joel, because how could you like pick one girl instead of the entire humanity? But now, because you played the whole game and you had that attachment to Ellie, you'd be like, fuck everyone, I don't want her to die, right?
I agree. I 100% agree. Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say. Just watching the ending, it would give. It's not. We're not gonna have the same opinion if you played the game from start to finish, because you might have a different opinion about the ending.
Yeah.
It all depends the reasoning of this ending, whatever this mystery is, because I don't want to know.
Yeah. Well, mind you, don't forget, it's Naughty Dog. These guys are very, very good. at storytelling. They're fantastic at how they develop characters. They span a video game. It goes in so many different directions. It twists and turns, which is fantastic. So obviously, like you said, I mean, you've just seen like maybe the last, 5-10 minutes video, whatever they've put online. I mean, you've got an entire journey of, I mean, how many hours gameplay we're talking? 15, 20 hours or something? I'm presuming, something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, you've got this whole story probably unfolding, and it's been folding on itself and coming back. And, obviously some pretty dire things have been happening to these characters in this video game already. For people to freak out about the end and go, what the fuck? You know what I mean? If for that to actually happen at the end, and people are freaking out, the ending shit, blah, 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 you don't know what's been happening to them throughout this entire game right now. So, whatever happens, I don't care. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be phenomenal anyway. I mean, I'm such a fan of that first game as well. It was good. It was so good. I even got they remastered it for PS4, didn't they? Yeah, I even got the remaster, and there was a DLC.
Right.
I think there was a DLC. The DLC was awesome. So, I'm down for that. I don't care. I don't give a shit if people tell me, oh shit. This is another thing. I don't take what people say online, I take it with a grain of salt, and also critics as well, because half the critics have no fucking clue what they're talking about anyway.
Except for our opinions. Because you are
except my own and Chris's.
yeah, because we are people from internet also, so.
Oh, super cool. Yeah, well, that's good. So are you looking forward to Last of Us Part 2? Because you're a fan of the first game, yeah?
Oh yeah, I remember when I got this and I was still in high school. Jesus.
Nice.
And I just couldn't like this scene. This again, spoilers. Like you had so much opportunity to play this game. When it started to actually get me, when the two brothers, the little brother gets infected. Yeah, and the big brother has to kill him, and he couldn't bear the guilt, so he shoots himself. Do you remember that?
I think I do remember that, 'cause it's been so long since I played that game. I mean, I got it. I think I got the press disc on PS3, like maybe a week before release day. I remember I started playing it. Okay. And then I remember actually buying the remastered version, because I really wanted to play it remastered on PS4. So it's been many, many years. But you know what? Because this new one's coming out now in June next month, Jesus Christ, next month, I'm definitely going to go back to that remastered one and play it from the beginning. Definitely going to play it.
Me too, 100%.
Nice. Right. Let's talk about, you've got May 2020 game releases.
Yes.
PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch. I think I opened it here as well. Yes, I have it.
Yes, just gonna mention the important ones. Wonderful 101 remastered May 19, PS4, Switch, and PC, which is very interesting because this game only released on the Wii U. Now it's coming on the PS4, Switch, and PC, which is cool.
I found all my old Wii U games the other day. Not like I found them, but I knew where they were. But I actually went through them, and I honestly thought about hooking up the Wii U, and then I thought, nah. I can't be arsed hooking that fucking thing back up. Do you remember, did you ever play the Wii U, how big that controller was?
I have the Pro controller, so yeah.
Yeah, I have the Pro controller, but I also have, because it comes with that tablet thing.
Yeah, I never bothered with it. it's stupid fucking controller, a tablet as a controller. Jesus.
The idea behind it was cool. I did, as a console at the time, I did like it. Plus, it was Nintendo anyway. I was playing like some of the Zelda games on there. I can't remember which ones I was playing, and there was some other stuff on there I can't remember. There's some Mario games that were cool. I did like it, but the thing I liked about it was, like, for example, like if my girlfriend wanted to watch TV, you could pick up the tablet and carry on, just like the Switch. Obviously, this is where the Switch ideas come from. From the Wii U of docking and that kind of shit, and I don't know what. It's good.
The issue about that was that you couldn't actually really carry the tablet and go really far because it would it would start to fucking lag and would disconnect. That was the biggest issue with the tablet. Like, why there wasn't the built There should have been a built-in Wi-Fi in it. Instead, it was directly linked to the console.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You couldn't take it to the toilet. You had to like lean off the toilet and stick the tablet towards the door. Like, come on, you bastard! And then you sort of sit there playing whatever the fuck you were playing. Still sat on the toilet for like maybe 3-4 minutes before it would start conking out. You're like, shit. Oh wow.
Yeah. And Steph would be like, close the goddamn door.
I'm like, I need to play Wii U. Oh, nice. That's right. It was Bayonetta 2. I remember getting the Wii U, and I think there was Mario Wii U or something with Luigi. I can't remember what the hell it was called. There was the Mario 3D one, which the Mario World, whatever the fuck it was called. I can't remember, where he had the cat outfit. And then
Mario 3D World.
It was okay, right. And then the one game I was dying to play was Bayonetta 2 because it was an exclusive on that.
Okay.
And that was one of the main reasons I got the Wii U, because I got it cheap, brand new, by the way. I got it cheap, brand new, because no one was buying them, so I said, fuck it, I want Bayonetta 2, so I took it. Yeah, I'm such a fan of that first game, so yeah, I'm looking forward to Bayonetta 3 on Switch. I think that's going to be phenomenal. Phenomenal. It's going to be good.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else you got on that list? You've got
Minecraft Dungeons. Minecraft Dungeons. This is like such a weird game. You don't actually craft anything. You don't Minecraft, but it's a Minecraft Dungeons. It's like a Diablo. It's coming on the Xbox One and PC and PS4. I don't know why it's not mentioned here. But I'm sure it's coming on the PS4. Let me double check, because I'm 100% sure it's coming on the PS4. Yes, it's coming on the PS4 and the Switch.
Sounds like a porno. Minecraft Dungeons. You know, you send your little men into this little dungeon.
It's actually really
sex handled.
It's actually really cool, to be honest. Like, if you seen the gameplay, it looks really fun to play with friends.
I'll check it. I didn't play it. I didn't see it yet. I'll check that one out.
It's like Diablo. Do you like Diablo? So it's like more...
Of course I love Diablo. Yeah, Diablo's sick.
Yeah, so take all the gory of the Diablo and the killing and the blood and the chopping hands and the whatever.
And then you have Minecraft Dungeons.
Exactly.
Forget all the magic and all the killing and heads chopping off. You got Minecraft Dungeons. Yay! Oh wow, the blood is little blocks.
I mean the gore. Take out the gore out of it.
Oh,
there's still magic and swords.
There's one of the games that I'm looking forward to. May 22nd is Maneater. Is that the shark one?
Oh.
I want to play that. I like the idea of being a shark and going around eating the fuck out of people.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it looks cool. It looks like GTA, but you're a shark. Pretty much.
It reminds me one of those like bad movies called Shark Tornado.
Yeah, I think I've seen maybe the first one. And it's supposed to be bad, but that was like really bad. And I know that it has such a cult following, those movies.
Yeah.
Which is worse. So yeah, Maneater's coming out on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. If I can get that on Switch, that would be awesome. I can play that when I'm like, really bored and I'm like not at home. So I'm gonna go eat some people. That would be
cool. Saints Row the Third Remastered also.
All right. That's on May 22nd. I like the Saints Row series. They're cool.
Yeah. And this game I'm really excited about, Ninjala. It's like Splatoon, but with ninjas. It looks like Splatoon.
Yeah. I remember you were showing me that last time.
Yeah. May 27. So
cool.
Yeah, I would look into that. There's also BioShock the Collection on the Switch, May 29. And Borderland Legendary Collection. What the fuck is that? Sorry. What's Borderland Legend? They named the freaking remasters so weird names. Are like, is this like Borderlands 1, 2, and pre-requel, or is like just one, or what is it?
I think it's
a
just
collection.
I think it's the ones that already came out, because I mean, don't forget Switch is sort of bringing out all the stuff that you've already got on fucking PlayStation 4 and Xbox anyway. all these remastered ones. So I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's like 1 and 2, and there was a prequel as well. It's probably
Yeah,
those
yeah,
ones.
it's one. Yeah, it's 1, 2, and the prequel. Whatever. XCOM 2 collection also.
I'm pretty convinced that's
yeah,
it.
and the most one I'm so excited, right? I still. Here's the problem with this game with me. Xenoblade Chronicles. Xenoblade Chronicles, the definitive edition. I have like the biggest problem with this game. I first bought it on the Wii, and
On the
and then
Wii?
like on the Wii, then and there's like and about like I got the game, played it for like a good chunk amount. Then I just heard it's coming out on the 3DS, and I bought the
Okay.
3DS so I can play like the better version of it. And I did play a big chunk of it. Now it's coming out on the Switch. I'm gonna replay it, and I have never finished this game.
Well, now's your chance to finish it.
You'd say that, but now they would just release fucking Xenoblade Chronicles Extra Definitive Edition, and I'm like, fuck. No, I'll wait for that.
Well, that's anyways. Xenoblade Chronicles. I don't think I played the second one. There was a second one, right? I don't think I played the first one.
Like, it's different. You mean Xenoblade Chronicles like
I don't know. I honestly don't know if I've played them. I'm gonna double check this one because there's a Xenoblade
Xenogears
game
on the Wii U.
Xenoblade Chronicles. I didn't play that one. That was on Wii and 3DS.
There's one on the Wii U, Xenoblade. There's Xenoblade Chronicles.
Right.
On the Wii U.
Yeah, I didn't play that
Xenoblade.
one.
Yeah, so it's called Xenoblade Chronicles for the Wii U. There's the Xenoblade Chronicles, which is different on the 3DS, different story. Okay, so like, okay, now I remember how I made the difference between them. This one on the Wii U, it's called Xenoblade Chronicles X. On the 3DS, the Wii, and the Switch, it's called Xenoblade Chronicles only. And like all of them are in the same universe, but they're not very like a continuation of the story. Each one is like it's like the Gundam fucking anime. Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles X was cool, but I got bored of it for some reason. I don't remember why.
Probably because there's so many fucking variations of it.
Yeah.
Right.
So
we've got
next
Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yes.
They did the big cinematic. The cinematic trailer was dropped like not so long ago.
Yes. So, what did you think about it?
Well, obviously, it's a cinematic trailer. It's not gameplay, but I like the idea of the whole Viking thing. I like it.
Like, I like it too. But it's like how assassin-y can you be as a Viking? Vikings are like, I'm loud. I have big axes. Come and fight me. You know. It's weird to see like a Viking character be all sneaky with his stealth blade. Don't you agree?
I don't know. I think. I mean, don't forget. There was a lot of battles. I'm pretty sure this what might separate this Assassin's Creed from a lot of the other ones, because obviously with Vikings, it's about a lot of boats. And since Black Flag, that's when is it Black Flag or Black, whatever the one was, the pirate one of
Black
Assassins,
Flag.
Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking Black Sails is the TV show, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's so good though.
I was thinking
Black Sails is so good.
So, I think that's going to be like a big, heavy focus on this one because of the whole, going on into different countries, into different places by boat. A lot of boat fights obviously going to happen. There's a lot of the thing about the Viking thing. I like the history of the whole Viking era, if you know what I mean. I think from what I was reading, I think this one takes place in England.
Yeah, like Mercia, Wessex.
Yeah, I think so. Is there parts of it in Norway as well, or no?
I'm not sure.
Well, anyway, I remember definitely reading something about it being.
It's in England.
part of
That's
it.
what I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I'm sure it's in England, but I'm not sure it's gonna be on like other countries.
Yeah. So, when you saw the trailer, then what was your first initial thought? You were like, something interesting, or you thought, another Assassin's game?
Like, it felt like, why couldn't this be like a new IP? Because again, like, my issue is that I don't feel like it's he's a Viking, right? Vikings are like big, strong men, like they don't cower around in the shadows, so they can jump people and stealth them. So I'm
Yeah,
like
yeah.
very interested how they're gonna do that. And the trailer is a bit contradictory because it says because they say that, oh yeah, these Vikings, they're like ruthless, they have no mercy, and while one of his friends is trying to kill the kid, and the main protagonist, what the fuck is called, he's called
Yeah, like Evo or something, or Evlon, or
Ivan,
it'd be something
Ivo,
like that. Yeah,
something, Evo,
Evo,
Evior,
Evo.
Ivor, Ivor like stopped him. So because it's like, because the narrator was an Englishman, so that's maybe because why they're being portrayed as these evil guys. Maybe they aren't, because you know because history, we see the history in the eyes of
Yeah.
like, not the beholder.
Well, mind you, I mean, we don't actually know the set story. Like, maybe he is like, one of the assassins who's infiltrated this Viking clan. You know what I mean? Like, because we don't know how. But maybe I've given the story away. Who knows? If that's what it is, I want money. You know what I mean? Like, maybe he's an assassin from the
Yeah.
Creed who's infiltrated this. As I said, this Viking clan. Obviously, he's got to fit in. He's got to go into battle. He's got to do this. He's got to do that. And then he's got his own agendas, his own missions. You know what I mean? To go off and kill off generals or people who you know what I mean, like in the Creed, that they don't agree with, from the Templars. Because that's what the whole game is about, isn't it? So
Yeah.
the only thing I hope that's not in there are those fucking listening missions. I can't stand them. I hate them. Do you know, you sort of wandering around and following some guy talking about he's got an itch on his left
How long has it
nutsack,
been?
you know what I mean?
How long has it been you haven't played an Assassin's Creed game? Because that wasn't relevant since like maybe Revelation. They stopped that long ago.
Look, even in the latest one, Odyssey, isn't there like one or two
No.
little missions like that? There must be at least
Nope.
one.
No.
Because I've played Odyssey. I'm pretty sure there was one listening mission.
I platinum Odyssey. No.
I love it. I've platinumed it. I know.
I know.
I know what's in there. I know
I
what's in
spent
there.
120 hours on that fucking game. I know.
Oh, that's horrible. I can't do that. That's one thing that I cannot do, is grind through a game to platinum it. I can't do that, man. I'll go berserk.
You can't be asked.
I can't be. Pretty much, I can't be asked. 100%. I agree. Cannot be asked.
So, so they're saying that there's a female protagonist and a male protagonist, but
Yes.
they're both canon. So let me like summarize why this is confusing. Because in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, again, you can pick a female protagonist and a male protagonist, but the story was built around the female protagonist, so she is she is the canon, not the male character. Because of that, fuck them, I chose the male character. So in here they are saying that both of them are canon, and that's interesting to know. Because what does that mean? Does it mean like each character has their different set of stories?
Yeah.
Like if you play the main character, you get a different story, and if you play the female character, you get a different story.
I don't think they're gonna get, because that's like a lot of time. That's a long process. And if I remember, Odyssey was so big as well. I mean, you're telling me 120 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I think for them to separate that is a bit of a haul. I think that's a bit of a pain in the ass for the developers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't mind. Yeah, fair enough. They can do it if they want, but I think it's obviously it's a lot of hard fucking work.
Yeah. Anyways, it does look cool. Seems interesting. I like your idea though. Like, I like the idea someone like has to join, like join the Vikings because to infiltrate England and sneak away. Like, I like
That's
that
what I
idea.
think.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And it's Templars in the end as well, man. There's bound to be Templars in the UK.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
what I think.
I like
it.
that
By the
idea
way,
because
I saw. Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah, I mean, like, it makes more sense than a natural born Viking be all like stealth like.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see. One thing that is kind of like making me really like, oh, okay. What's this about him having a pet bear?
A pet bear? You can have a pet bear?
Well, apparently there's a picture online of our protagonist with this big, looks like a polar bear or something, or a grizzly bear, like a white bear.
Okay. It's gonna be grizzly bear. There's no way it's gonna be polar bear in fucking England.
Well, I don't know. The bear's white, unless it's just a really old bear. I have no idea, but you know what I mean?
Aren't you from England? Are there any polar bears in England?
There's no fucking polar bears in England.
Okay, so are there any bears in England? I'm not sure.
I don't think so. I don't think I've seen a bear in the UK. I don't think there's bears. No.
I'm gonna Google this. Bears in England.
Yeah, maybe in the zoo. Maybe the safari.
No,
park.
no. I mean,
That's
like,
about it.
I mean, like natural.
No.
Bears are thought to have become extinct in the UK.
There you go.
In the early medieval period. So
yes, we killed them off early.
Like when the Vikings were around, bears were still around. So this makes sense.
Yeah, well, there you go. That makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. I am reading that Valhalla will not be launched on Steam.
Yeah, it's Uplay Plus, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, so they're not going to be doing that on Steam, which makes sense. I mean, obviously, I think Valhalla, obviously, I think the biggest sales for that is going to be for the PS5 and the Xbox X, whatever the hell it's called, the new one. I think that's where this game is going to really, really shine through on that.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't wait to see how that's going to look.
Yeah. And it's obvious that Ubisoft, for this game in particular, they partnered with Microsoft. And did you hear about the smart delivery?
No, what's that? I didn't hear that. What's that?
Okay, so Assassin's Creed Valhalla will support smart delivery on the Xbox Series X. Smart delivery is what Microsoft calls its free upgrade program for the Xbox Series X that automatically upgrades owner who own the Xbox One version of the game to the Xbox Series X version for free. I like that.
That's good. That's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah. So it's like, if you remember when the PS4 came out, if you had, let's say, Battlefield 4 on the PS3, you could have upgraded, but you had to pay a fee. This one is free now, which is great.
Yeah, that's what they should do. Yeah.
Yeah. But this makes me worry about PlayStation because as someone, for me, who has both consoles, and right now Xbox Series X looks more appealing as it has the more powerful hardware. It has Game Pass, which we know it's amazing. And all of these support from third-party companies like right now Ubisoft and Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is confirmed also has the smart delivery. And it also has partnership with Cyberpunk. They're making like limited consoles. If you saw that, they look nice. Yeah, so this like kind of worries me because Sony hasn't said anything about a similar feature. Like, I hope they don't do the same thing they did with the PS4 where you had to pay a fee for $10, because Sony right now needs a good marketing push.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they need a good marketing push because all they talked about spec stuff with Mark Cerny and they bored the hell out of everybody. So they need this like a good push, a good marketing push. Plus, if they made the upgrade paid, they would look like an asshole. They were like, "What's your reason, Sony? What's your reason to not make it free like they did for Xbox, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah, so they would look very greedy. So so it's like, I'm really it really makes me worry about Sony because right now I'm a huge PlayStation fan. Maybe I'm really think about it. Xbox Series X might be the console I would buy at launch. Then I would buy a year later PS5. I'm not even
Yeah.
kidding.
That's not about. Well, anyway, I think time will tell. Anyway, within the next, let's say around 6. What are we now? We are in
May.
right? Yeah, we're in May. So say May, June, July, August, September. Let's say around October time.
Okay.
I think that's when I'm probably going to decide which one I'm going to get first. In the end, I know I'm going to get both because that's what I do with every generation of game. It's always going to be both. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
eventually, but I'm going to get one first. So by October time, I'll know. I think by October I'll know exactly what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I always buy both, but I always buy one console, then I wait about a year or a year and a half, so I buy the second one. That's what I
Exactly.
always do. That's what you do also, right?
Yeah,
So-
exactly. Always like
so-
that. Yeah.
So I'm really thinking about going with the Series X first, then going with the PS5.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
All honesty, it depends on what exclusives Sony pump out as well, which is also a big selling factor for me because if they're going to pump out something that I really, really want to play, like if they do Horizon Zero Dawn 2 on release date, who knows? You know what I mean? I'd be
Yeah.
like, hey, you know what I mean? For sure. Hello. That's the first thing I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So,
So-
yeah.
So yeah, it does feel more appealing. As of right now, for all the informations we have, for me right now, I'm leaning towards more on the Xbox Series X.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Anything else you want to mention about Valhalla before we get into our topic really quickly as well?
Like the hidden blade is not downwards, it's upwards, which is weird. Because
Yeah.
if you played Assassin's Creed 2, they cut off his middle finger because the blade needs to come out from that side and like
Yeah,
now
from under
it's,
his wrist. Like
yeah,
Spider-Man.
now now it's bullshit now. We don't do that anymore.
Well, mind you, he is a Viking, you know what I mean? It's like, is it supposed to be this way or that way? Yeah, fucking I'll put it like this. You know?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lose a finger.
Yeah, screw that.
I just turn it around. Fucking idiots. So yeah, so no, I have nothing more to say on it. And
Cool.
just a cinematic. Again, it's a cutscene. It's a cinematic cutscene. There's not really gameplay on it, so it looks cool.
Let's see. But
I have to see.
you know what you know what the kicker would be if they turn to you in about 3-4 months and say that was actually gameplay footage. You'd be like, what?
Whoa.
What the fuck? You shit yourself.
That was fucking insane, though.
Man, cool. Right, before we finish off, because I don't think we've got that much time left, let's talk about, because Valhalla has just been announced now, what was one of your favorite Assassin's Creed games? Out of all those games, you can say your worst one and your best one, I don't mind. Which one
Okay.
do you like the most, or which one do you hate? I don't know, whatever tickles your fancy.
Okay. What tickles my fancy? Okay,
yeah,
so-
whatever tickles your fancy.
So the most I like
Mm.
is Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Like,
Nice.
yeah, a lot of people say like Assassin's Creed 2. Yeah, sure, because that was like the leap difference
Oh,
from
yeah,
1 to 2.
100%.
Yeah, but if you play right now Assassin's Creed 2, you'll be really frustrated because you forgot that like 70% of the time he would grab the wall, and the 30% he'd be like, fuck, go left. I said left. Why did you jump straight? I said left. It's so obvious you can reach that. Why didn't you reach it? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
There's literally a copy paste of that same building right next to it. You can reach that building, but the building, you cannot reach it in this section, but can reach it in that section. It makes no fucking sense. So people forget the game was frustrating. Yeah, it had a cool story because Da Vinci was there. Da Vinci was a cool guy, and Ezio was really smooth with the ladies. Yeah, he was very like a likable character. But as a gameplay whole, it was still very buggy and not polished. And Black Flag was like it was very polished, and they brought the ships. It was so cool. Like even yes, I know the ships was there in the Assassin's Creed 3, but they didn't really expand on it like they did on
they
Black
refined
Flag.
it. Yeah, they really put focus on that because that was such a big thing in the third one anyway. People liked the boat bits. It was good, so that's why they really sort of like it really expanded on that.
Yeah, and the worst one I hate. I think it's called Chinese Chronicles, something like that.
Was that the one that was on handhelds
Yeah,
at the beginning? Yeah. Don't think I have even played it.
it's called Assassin's Creed Chronicles. Yeah, it's blah. It looks like a mobile game on a Vita.
Yeah, I don't think I even played it, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
it's
really
not
don't
good.
think I played it. Well, the thing is, you've already spoken about my favorite one, which is Assassin's Creed 2. That was my favorite one. I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was such a good game, but because of Ezio. He was hilarious. He was good. You know what I mean? He was such a good character. But you know what made, for me, there was two things that made Assassin's Creed what it is for me as a classic out of the rest, because it really refined on storytelling for one, because it has one of the best stories. It really does. And they expanded that with the sequels with Ezio is another reason. And second of all, it was the first time there was such a good balance in the combat with a mixture of timing and blows and disarming, you know what I mean? That was like really fucking cool. That was cool, man. No, man, it was cool.
You forgot because I a couple years ago I had to review the remastered games for Assassin's Creed, and I replayed them. I'm like, I forgot these mechanics. They didn't age well. And do you know how the combat is? I want you to replay the game and tell me what the combat is in Assassin's Creed 2. Assassin's Creed 2 combat is circle, deflect, square, circle, square, circle, square, circle, square. You can deflect 1,000 weapons left, right. You just have to like spam the circle and just square, spam circle and square. There was no movement at all.
What's your point? That's why that was good.
Yeah, but it wasn't a timing square. Like you didn't have to time it. You just had to spam it.
I like it. I don't care what you say.
I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying it didn't age well with the gameplay. But I'm
don't
still
forget,
like
when I played it, it was awesome. When it came out, it was fucking cool.
Okay, but it's not now.
My worst Creed. Well, thing is, I'm stuck between two Assassin's Creeds.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go with Assassin's Creed Unity as one of them because it was so fucking buggy as hell. Okay. That game was one of the worst Assassins when it first came out, to the point where you would jump into a wall and you get stuck in it. You know what I mean? That's how bad that game was. It was awful. It was awful. Fair enough, the visuals look nice. It looked good. But with the bugs involved in that, it was, wow. It was terrible. Flickering controls, morphing into people. It was the most ridiculous buggy game I've ever played in my life. And the second Assassins that I really couldn't stand was the one for PSP, Assassin's Creed Bloodlines.
Oh, awful. I forgot about that.
That was one of if not the worst Assassin. Obviously, because of what it was on the PSP. It was limited to what it could do, but still, they just should have just left it alone. They shouldn't have even bothered. It was just, kill me. It was awful. It was awful.
I mean, they could. I mean, look, to be fair, PSP, it doesn't have to be because it's PSP, it's gonna be shit. There were a lot of PSP titles. They were really good. Like, I think there was like...
I agree. I agree. But
Gran
Assassin's Creed
Turismo on
Bloodlines
PSP
is
was
terrible.
amazing. Sorry.
I'd say it was good. I agree with you. There's a lot of amazing games on PSP, but Assassin's Creed Bloodline was shite. It was
Yeah.
bloody awful.
Yeah.
At the time, though, it didn't look too bad. Visually,
Okay.
at the time, it was good. Obviously, it doesn't hold up now. You play it now, you think, oh my god, you know what I mean? What the hell's this? It's like someone vomited onto the screen. That's how it looks now. But I mean, it was just so bland and boring, and it didn't, you know what I mean? It just didn't go anywhere. It was shit. That's how bad it was. It was. I mean, in fact, that's it. Assassin's Creed Borderlines was my worst one. There you go. Oh, sorry, Bloodlines, not Borderlines. Bloodlines is my worst one.
I'm watching gameplay of it now. Oh my god, this looks janky as fuck. What is this? Is this game running on like 2 FPS per second?
I
Why
have
it's
no
so
idea.
janky?
I'm telling you, man, it was the worst one. Bloodline was shite.
Alrighty then. What's your beef
Alright.
for this week?
My beef is the fact that there's rumors that Final Fantasy Part 2 and 3 or whatever, they're gonna break up the game to more smaller parts so they can get games out faster, but that's gonna kill me. They should have just, man, I can't deal with it. Don't get me wrong, I like the idea of putting it into parts, but you know what I mean? Final Fantasy VII is such a vast, big, open world game eventually. You know what I mean? It becomes this massive world. So how the hell are they going to separate that? Seriously, that's beyond me. So yeah, that's my beef. The follow-up to Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1, 2, and I don't know how many parts we're going to have.
Yeah,
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I hope they just do like 3 parts because from my understanding, part 1 is only like 10% of the game.
Oh, it's
like,
nothing. It's just Midgard. That's it.
yeah, that's like 10% of the game, which is like, what the fuck? You're gonna make the 5 parts of the game, and each game is like filled with fillers and stupid side quests, and people would they like the part 1 because.
Oh, it's very good. Don't get me wrong.
Because the
I loved
nostalgia
it.
came in, and they were like, "Oh yeah, yummy, yummy nostalgia. Tastes very, very tasty, very good." Same thing with the Star Wars. Don't forget, everybody loved the reboot Star Wars Episode 7. Everybody loved that because it was nostalgia. Tastes good. But the second one, they were like, "Now shit gets real, right? We want the good stuff. Give us the tastiness." And and if they're gonna thin line this and stretch it out, people are gonna get mad. And they're just not gonna get mad. It's gonna get bad reviews, it's gonna get bad reputations. So I hope not they don't do that.
No, I don't know. I was looking at they were having a chat with the developers about what's gonna happen in the future, but because it's obviously been well received, this part 1. People love it. It does look and sound stunning. It's actually one of my favorite games of 2020 so far. But I'm just scared, like you said, that they're gonna fuck it up. You know what I mean? Okay, Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 7. No, I don't want that. You know what I mean? Just like you said, maybe a trilogy or just 2 parts, split it in half. Whatever. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. Maybe they won't even do an open world. Maybe they'll just make you go along this fucking path and go through all these different parts of the story, and that's it. So, I don't know. I hope not. Let's see.
All right.
And what's your beef?
My beef is escort missions.
Is this anything to do with what might have happened to you online, or
it's been such a long time where escort missions hasn't been a thing. And always the AI is so dumb. They would always get they don't even walk fast. They walk so slowly. It's there. The mission is there. And if you run past them, they were like, "Oh no, you have to wait for your stupid fucking friend." And you're forced to walk so slowly. And sometimes they get stuck. That's what happened to me with Neo. With Neo, there was this he would get stuck on this fucking ladder. Oh my god. Why the escort missions are so stupid? Why? Why they can't just like fucking teleport when I pass them and reach the checkpoint? Like, okay, like sure, you want to do this whole story, whatever thing, but at least when they stop chatting and like talking about the story and like they have the conversation with you, like it ended, right? We still have a one meter. We still have like 3 miles to reach the checkpoint. Let me run through it, right? And you will teleport to me, and let's move on. There's no point.
I'm trying to think what game I played where that happened, and it was something recent as well, where I was like trying to get from like point A to point B, and I'm like trying to pass this part, and it's not letting me get past. I'm thinking, why the hell? And I realized that the character who's supposed to be with me is still stuck some fucking where else, and I had to go all the way back, grab this bastard, and take them with me. And I'm like, come on, seriously. Oh, I agree, 100%. I 100% agree with that. Nice. Right. I think I'm going to call it a day. I think that's it for me today. So where can people find you online, Chris?
You can find me online on Twitter and Instagram. It's at Taporian. That's Taporian at Taporian.
Cool. Don't forget, you can catch me online as well. You can check out my official Instagram page, which is at Clint Maximus. Also, don't forget, check us out online with Where's the Beef Gamer podcast on things like Instagram. And you'll find there'll be some more things opening up online soon as well. So, but anyway, things like YouTube, have a look because, supporters, click the play, click it. One click makes a lot of difference for us. So just play it. That's it. That's all we ask. Share it. Tell your mum to listen to it. Maybe not your mum, but what the hell is this? He said penis 3 times.
Clint would probably be the same age of your mom, so if she's single, he's available.
Wow. Thank you very much. Thank you. Nice. Well, Chris, have a good one, mate, and I will see you next week, okay?
All right.
All right, mate. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Follow us on Instagram at Where's the Beef Gamer Podcast.